Doing everyone, week one of the finals is here. We're going to be going through the teams, the late mail, and really just give my predictions on how I think this is going to play out. I think it's going to be a really cracking week of footy, 4 terrific games and 4 close ones. I'm predicting, to be honest with you. I'm going to kick it off with probably the clash of the week. Other than that, and I would say the Sharks and the Cowboys is going to be pretty cool as well. The top 4 games are going to be, I think I don't even know how to rank them all. They're all going to be so good. You look at the Bunnies v the Roosters as well, and then probably Storm v the Canberra Raiders last. I think that's probably going to be the least close out of all of them, but we'll see how we go. So anyway, we see Cleary come back, which is pretty cool. And other than that, they've got their full squad. You look at the outside backs, and that's their first, their top 7 anyway, is all their starting 7 there, and very much the same with their forwards as well. So both teams pretty well fit at the best time of the year, which is great to see. We love close, good games of footy. And in this one, I think it's going to be a really, really tough game for the Panthers. I still think they're clearly the best squad, and the Eels have a tendency to come in and out of games. Some weeks they absolutely dominate, the next one they don't. They are about due for a pretty poor game, to be honest with you, but that never happens against the Panthers. So I am expecting a close one, but I am expecting Panthers to get up in this one. They went the hard way through the finals last year, losing in week 1. And then having to play all 4 and win the next 3 basically. So they managed to do that and win the comp. And I expect a little bit of an easier road through this time. Just with the fact, yes, they've had, Cleary's been out, Jerome Luai's been out as well. But I just see them, majority of their guys being pretty fresh, having, won that last game. Sorry, not having to play that last game of the rounds. Give them all a good rest. Yes, the continuity might not be there exactly, but if they come out with good intent on defense and then they can put their attack together, I think they can win this game, even if Eels play really well. I'm expecting a fairly low-scoring game, though, somewhere around the 18 to 16, potentially. I think the Panthers just have that big game experience enough over the last couple of years to come out and actually win this game. Eels do have every chance to upset them, and I think that there's a chance that they do. But I think 18-16 to Panthers, probably like a 75% chance that I think that's, they're going to be winning this one, but in a very close one. And still every chance that it could be a blowout either way as well. But I think most likely would be a close game to the Panthers winning that one. So that would be my first suggestion. If you're going in the unders category, I think that would be the way to go if you're having to play gambling wise, but gamble responsibly. Storm v Raiders here. I just think this is a game you just can't see the Storm losing. Like, you look at their squad, they are having Hughes returning, and there's a small chance that he doesn't play. It just sounds like he has to get through the week and he'll be okay. So really their biggest miss at the moment is Pap and also Christian Welch. So 2 guys that have been super important to them over the last few years, and Welchie keeping the forwards together, and then Pap with that flair at the back. Meaney has been playing pretty well, and I think that just with the majority of their team there, I think that they can do just enough to get over the Raiders, even though they do struggle against them. I just think the Munster won't let it happen, to be honest with you. I think I can see him really stepping up and just making sure that they win this game, especially with them obviously not being able to make the top 4 would have been very disappointing for them, and they know that this is it. They have to win this game. So I think that the Storm can get up over the Raiders, but it can be fairly close as well and fairly low scoring unless the Storm really put it together, which they haven't really done over the last, for most of this year, to be honest with you. They haven't played perfectly. They've been getting the job done without being spectacular. So I still think the Storm can get up in this one. Who are the X factors for the Raiders? Obviously, we need Jackie White to come out and kill it. I think he's your guy. Josh Papali'i will be another one that can really come out and do something special. And I think that now that they've got Fogs full time, they've been such a better team. So definitely a chance of winning, but I just see Munster, Brandon Smith and Harry Grant really just coming out and dominating this one, and just having a little bit too much firepower with guys like Nelson and Tui Kamakamika and these types of guys through the middle, potentially get a meat pie as well. Okay, Sharks v Cowboys. The interesting one here, we've got Talakai, who's potentially struggling to play in this one with an ankle injury, but they'll have a nice cover anyway. Will Kennedy is back, and Connor Tracy is a good chance of returning as well. So he'll be on the bench, on the wing it looks like. And this game, I do see the Sharks winning, and I can see it being like a 24 to 16 kind of number there. I do feel like I'm being a little bit pessimistic, but both teams haven't been amazing. Even though the Sharks have been winning the majority of their games, 11 out of their last 12, haven't been as convincing. And very similar with Cowboys. They're winning games, just not super convincing over the last month or so. And I just think this home ground advantage would have swayed it either way. I could see the Cowboys going up and winning if they were at home, and then it's very similar to the Sharks here at home there. Their matchup last time was really, really close. You had the Taumalolo try that was disallowed, and then Sharks went and scored the next set and got another one in there and won by about 12 or 14. So I'm expecting something similar, maybe a try or a try and a half in this game. Could be fairly close, and I'm very excited to watch anyway. So I just think it's one of the best finals week ones in a long time. Most of the time you see that 5v8 being a pretty poor game. But at least Raiders are been in some decent form. If Broncos snuck in there, you say Storm would smash them easy. But Raiders up against the Storm is always a funky matchup. And all teams are in decent form that are in this top 8, which is very exciting. It's great to see both sides pretty much got all their players back. Cotter's there, Taumalolo. You got Luce Leilua and Nanai, really just super strong across the board. Interchange is really good as well. And you have everyone back. Dearden's back, thankfully, as well, which we needed him. We will need him to win this competition, that's for sure. And even look at the reserves for the Sharks boys, all guys that have been playing throughout the year. Ikavalu, Tolman, Miller have had really big role. Tolman, obviously, most of the year. Miller and Ikavalu the last bunch of weeks. So you look at that interchange as well. With Finucane back, you've got Wilton, McInnes, Hamlin-Ueli, and Fafita on that bench. So super strong bench, super strong starting team. I think it's going to be a cracker of a game. Move to the last game of the week, which will be on Sunday, the 4 p.m. game. Roosters v Rabbitohs there. And we don't have our team list, but really, the main thing we've got to speak about in this one is Joey Manu being out. So that's a big, big loss. For the Roosters, everyone else is back. So Radley's going to be back. You've got, you've got Jared Warrior-Hargraves and Sam Revels returning as well, hopefully, which is good. With the injuries that they potentially suffered in 25. You've got Tupou back. You've got Swali'i, who's back as well. And, all their middles are there as well, which is great. So a lot of guys they've been missing, with Joey and that spark could be a big issue. The main issue with Rabbitohs is if Murray doesn't play, having to go through the concussion protocols. So if he returns, I can see them winning. If he doesn't play, I see Roosters winning. Right in between there is if everyone's playing, obviously I think that this is going to be a super close game. Latrell, the big game player. Teddy, all the other big game player. You've got Sammy Walker. There's plenty of guys that could break this game apart. Cody Walker, Damien Cook, and the like. So I can see this being the most fun game, to be honest with you. A bit less of a grind. It could be. There's a lot of big hits in there. Some spectacular try scoring. I think this game could be in the 20s. Is my general theory on this. And do I go out on a limb? How do I play this one? Who's going to go? Who do we think has the chance to win the comp? Jump in and let me know in the comments, guys, what you think just name your 4 teams of who you think is going to win these games. How do we decide, eh? That's the big question. Really, it's a home game for Roosters, but doesn't really matter. You obviously had that big, their game last week, or the Roosters could get up. Do we think they can come out and do it again? The Joey Manu one's a big issue. If Murray's out, Roosters definitely win. If Murray's in, I can see Rabbitohs just coming over the top. But I'm just going to stick with Roosters in a close one, but about 24-22 in that one. Just to go out on a limb, they are slightly favourites. I think that's with the chance that Murray doesn't play. I probably see it as being about $1.80 to $2, $1.70, $1.90, whatever that works out to be. But yeah, that's my general thoughts on those 4 games, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of them, and if you think I'm off, going off on a limb and got no idea what I'm talking about. I'm also open to that feedback as well. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Catch you later. See you.